it's weird that they deal so much with demons in like the netherworld, but it's never scary. It's like the most watered down that could possibly be. You'll find out.
Yeah.
The demons aren't really demons. They're just like white guys in suits.
Yeah, that's always how it is. That's how Supernatural is also.
It's kind of frustrating. Like sometimes they get scary faces, but not really.
Yeah. Supernatural, their eyes get black. They get entirely to black eyes. Yeah, because they'll be like talking to somebody who's normal and then they'll walk away and then the person who's a demon will like turn their head a little bit and then their eyes will turn all black and you'll be like, yeah, there it is. It's like, well,
I knew it.
Should never let your eyes get black. If that's the way, if that's the dead giveaway that you're a demon, don't do that. And
if you don't want to be perceived as a demon, then
yeah, you should
maybe wear contacts.
Stop doing that. Well, they can make it go away.
Isn't it interesting that the contemporary version of someone who's pure evil, like in Harry Potter, Charmed, Supernatural, is like a rich Armani suit wearing asshole?
Yeah.
That's so funny to me.
Yeah. It's so true. I'm just thinking like...
I think it's because you think of the devil as like some kind of slick, like trickster who is just kind of... And the modern manifestation of that is just like some rich ass like power broker who just steals your money.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Makes you think you're going to profit from it.
Yeah, it's like they're indulging in all the deadly sins. So greed and lust and doing drugs and in like crazy opulence and but it's true. It does seem like most types it's very common to see like dark creatures be super rich. Like vampires are always super rich.
Yeah, vampires are always rich. Well, that comes, I think vampire lore came from that, you know, like kind of old aristocratic families.
Well, and I'm sure the idea that if you're going to live forever, how could you not amass a lot of wealth? Like maybe you're a little bit poor in the very beginning because you have to get it together. But after a certain point, like you should have figured out how to collect money over time. Like make some investments or buy some fucking property or something.
Yeah, they're like posh, like I haven't seen Twilight, but I know of it. And they're like rich as fuck and from an old family too, right?
A couple different rich families. And the Salvatores in Vampire Diaries
I want to see like a poor ass white trash vampire family.
They actually do. They have the vampires in Supernatural are sort of scroungy and they're like kind of like shitty gangs, like preying on like drifters or like living in abandoned buildings and like there aren't really very many like fancy rich together vampires. Their version of vampires is sort of like they're kind of idiot losers. They can't get it together.
See, that kind of seems like how vampires should be because they're kind of like junkies who I don't know. They're like leeches. They're kind of the dregs of supernatural monsters. So either you could go to elaborate means with your personal wealth to like secret bodies into your castle in order to drain their blood, or you could just be like leeches that no one notices in society and like live in abandoned houses and shit.
Yeah, like you're basically junkies and you just like snatch people off the street like criminals and chuck their bodies and move on and don't stay in any one place for too long. Well, and in Supernatural, all of the magical like dark creatures have to be mindful because there's hunters all over the country looking for them who are like, you know, scouring the internet and newspapers for stories of weird deaths, looking for signs of weird monsters. And so they can't just like hunker and live. They're constantly being like hounded all over the country.
So they're kind of like gypsies or like nomads, kind of. Interesting.
Yeah.
Something I liked about Coven was that they have witch hunters in later episodes. You probably haven't gotten there. And the witch hunters are all male. And the witches are all necessarily female.
I sort of remember that. I feel like I might have gotten there.
Okay.
But like Sarah Paulson's husband was a hunter, right?
He's one of them. And he's kind of a failed witch hunter because he falls in love with Sarah Paulson. And like isn't very effectual in general, and then in future episodes you find out he's always been that way, even as a kid. But the witch hunters are masked under this huge, like, mega corporation. And it's weird because the witches are pretty much evenly matched to them. The only way they take them down is by kind of crippling their money source.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it as this crazy analogy where men are only threatened by women when they're as powerful as them. And the only way women could conceivably be as powerful as them is by having, like, a slew of supernatural strengths that somehow matches the money and power that white men are afforded. And they systematically take them down and then just brutally murder them. And not to ruin it for you, but
That's fine. I don't care.
it's like they oppose the people you're rooting for are anti-heroes in themselves, and they're the villains of the story, the witch hunters. But they're also corporate shills too. Like, they're suit wearing, like, stock market jerks who are just elitist entitled. It's kind of like a similar theme. I thought it was interesting to make them a big corporation. That was an interesting choice.
Yeah, now I'm more curious about watching because I want to see, like,
it's a really rich season. If you look at it from a feminist perspective, it's really rich with lots of imagery and, like, there's lots of race stuff going on too, as you could probably imagine.
Yeah.
And, I think the way it ends is interesting. I just can't wait to talk about it with you, so you should really watch it.
Okay, yeah. All right. I'll do it.